Hello, welcome to my channel. In this video, I begin to present the importance of the ability to think when it's developed and expressed freely for individual and collective success. Here, you will begin to notice, very likely, that you are not so free to think and make decisions as you have believed so far. I invite you to listen to all this valuable information without wasting a second. Please. Since the moment a person is awake and is in full use of the senses and mental faculties and aware of the environment around, it can be said that the person is able to think, which is done by forming ideas and representations of reality in the mind relating one to another. It is then as thoughts are produced. The ability to think conditions behavior and attitude, in other words, human actions. That ability has a fundamental role in how we feel and in how we behave. Thinking is a necessity of the human being in daily living, whatever the situation in which we are. The ability to think allows to make decisions in the social, religious, economic, and political reality of your environment. Thinking always responds to a motivation, which is the stimulus for the mental activity to begin, which may be originated in the external environment, which can be natural, social, or cultural, perceived by the five senses. The stimulus can also originate in the person himself, such as, for example, by the emotions. I do not feel safe with what is happening. I want such a thing. I don't like that. That bothers me or that scares me, etc. They are also stimuli to motivate mental activity, the knowledge already acquired, the moral values, religious and ethical values, and the conditions already established in the personality that form their own character, such as complexes, habits or thoughts, manias, social stereotypes, etc. The importance of learning to think. The way of thinking in daily life has a very important value because it can condition our way of perceiving the reality of life, our way of acting and expressing our emotions and of relating to others. The way of thinking also depends to a large extent of the physical, emotional, and mental health, and therefore of the personal development in the social environment. A person is such according to his thoughts, since almost all the elements that make up his personality and social behavior are produced in his mind. That is, our social performance depends largely on ourselves, as long as we are free to decide what to do and how we are going to do it. From that point of view, we can deduce that there may be various situations where the thoughts of the person, if they are not well elaborated and directed, can produce difficult conditions. Be this in the social environment or in the individual and private aspect, such as are cases of anxiety, anguish, and even moments of panic, which alter the emotional state and, of course, can affect the functioning of the body. And, of course, they affect health. Importance of thought. From what has been said so far, it is easy to deduce that it is extremely important to understand the value and take care of our way of thinking and our thoughts. as long as this capacity is free to be exercised and not controlled, neither manipulated nor influenced by external conditions contrary to the natural freedom of the individual. The human being must and has to be free to develop their points of view and thoughts, and to live according to their own reasoning and decisions in a legal, natural, and social environment that is fair and appropriate for community development, where the common citizen is free to participate with their natural or acquired capacities in their personal development. The capacity for free thought is a natural and inherent right for all free human beings, and it must be developed and applied in all areas of life in the best possible way. What is a free thinker? Of the capacity of free thinking originates what is called the free thinker. This is a person who forms their opinions and points of view on the basis of reason, logic, common sense, and healthy discernment and analysis of the available information, regardless of tradition, the authority of some leader, or of already established beliefs of any kind, be these political, philosophical, religious, scientific, etc. Being a true free thinker is a personal attitude in all areas of life. It is not simply living as you want without considering rules, norms of life, and established laws, be they natural or not. The person who is free to develop his ability to think is the necessary beginning for a nation and a society open and ready for social, political, and economic development. Even if free thought gives expression to seemingly absurd notions, it is essential to be able to communicate them, even if they may later be proven wrong. But that is precisely what the democratic process is about: the contribution of all participants in search of consensus for the common good. This will help people to think differently, broaden existing thinking horizons, and be able to develop innovative ways to refute or implement new ideas. A desire and interest in the common welfare, innovation and research, and a sense of curiosity in new goals and models of development is important for any community, individually and collectively. And this can be achieved when its members they are free to think and act in search of answers and solutions to problems in this natural process of development. Free thinking allows us to generate ideas that have the power and potential to transform the world, and especially in the area of social development. Free thinkers also form more effective and efficient governments, teachers, professors, and leaders in general. They allow themselves to think about concepts that are often not mentioned in textbooks because they are new and pose changes for improvement in different areas of development. Being free thinking and open minded and having a sense of freedom to express your opinions and responses with flexibility and breadth are important characteristics that must always be present in the development of the ability to think freely. The capacity for free thought, freedom of conscience, of opinion and expressions are natural and inherent rights of all free human beings. They are rights that must be developed and applied in all areas of life in the best possible way, since they are vital for true intellectual and social development. They must not be conditioned to individual interests created by leaders of any administrative level. The human right and ability to think freely is important to preserve the sense of self-identity and not an already established and socially accepted stereotype. The free thinker uses the intellect rather than simply accepting what is told, develops the ability to receive information, to try to understand, analyze, question, and if necessary even to be able to refute and debate the information received. Thanks to free thinking, we also gain the confidence to examine and explore other ideas and explanations, and, if necessary, abandon philosophies, theories, and concepts that are later considered erroneous. In this video, you have seen that the ability to think is not just having the mind in operation producing any amount and type of thoughts. There must be a certain level of reasoning, logic, common sense, and a real free environment to express thoughts. If it is not like that, perhaps you are not thinking freely. You are a victim to the circumstances and emotions that control your mind. In other words, your thoughts are the result and reflection of external and internal situations that control your mind, and perhaps you are not able to think freely and express your thoughts. That is why I invite you to think about that. Thank you. I am very grateful for giving me this opportunity to present this information on the ability to think and its importance in personal and collective development. I invite you to subscribe to this channel and also to give this video a thumb up. If you do so, that will be really good for this presentation. And of course, your comment is an important help for me to know much better my visitors to this channel. And I also thank you for sharing this video. It is really very important to share this message about free thought and personal development. Thanks. I do really thank you for your visit. Thank you.